everyone. Just wanted to do a quick post, give you an update on why I've not been posting on Instagram or YouTube mainly. Unfortunately, we've had a disaster at MWD HQ, a total wipeout. We've had a fire. It's a major fire. No one was hurt at all in the fire. You may or may not know, if you're used to the channel, that my workshop's actually on a farm where I live. So across from the house and everything was safe and fine. No animals, no people were hurt. It was an electrical fault actually. It was a while ago, the fire. If you stay tuned to the channel, over time I'll give you a bit more of an update on exactly, how it's all going here. It's obviously this workshop's going to be rebuilt. In fact, the noise you hear in the background now is my contractors. It was a really major deal. The stables, which was the new part of the addition for the resin room and slab room, all of the stables are completely gone, completely wiped out by the fire. Just the foundations and the bases stay. And the main workshop, I'll show you some pictures and I'll show you some more over time. I don't want to just kind of make this post into a big disaster movie, but I thought it was only fair, especially to my subscribers who have supported me so well over the years. And I know I've just gone off the radar, but it's been really, really difficult, as I'm sure you can imagine. We did have to have a fire investigator and stuff, and it was nothing to do with the workshops at all. Unfortunately, it was an electrical cable, possibly like a rodent or something had gnawed, and it was just an old dusty stable, I think, and in the trunking it just caused a spark. It was a major deal. Loads and loads of fire engines attended. It started around about 7. They didn't finish it until midnight. By then most of it was wiped out. So as you can see behind me, stuff you're used to. It's only a certain part of the main workshop. Most of the damage in the main workshop was, apart from one corner, was water. From the fire brigade keeping the fire under control, or trying to, and then the other part was obviously smoke. But me, my friends, my wife, everyone has rallied around, and we've cleaned the machine, we took them to farm. So over the next coming months and weeks, I'm not going to post too much at the moment because I'm just incredibly busy, as you can imagine. But over the next coming weeks or months, if you want to stay tuned and see the progress, and then eventually you're going to see the rebuild. So if you're used to MWD Designs, you've been following this channel, I'm not going to put too much on it because it's a bit of an overload. I've had time to come to terms with this fire and this disaster. You're watching this for the first time, it's going to be pretty hardcore going. So on a more positive note, we're going to rebuild, hopefully better than before. I would certainly not have wanted a fire to help me rebuild better, but all you can do is do your best in these situations. So I'm going to put a lot of effort into, making the workshop better, more of an ergonomic flow from my kind of work process these days. Again, if you want to go back, if you're new to the channel, you want to see how I got here. If you go back, you'll see me actually moving into this workshop and how much, I spent 3 years of my life not only trying to earn money, making the furniture and designs, but whilst doing that, if you've been following the channel, you'll see that I actually kept putting more and more time, effort and money into building the workshop to what it was, and it kind of, sadly, it just got finished. I just finished what I call the resin room, the slab room, literally weeks before this happened. So I kind of got to start again. The difference is going to be now that I can't possibly do this on my own. So I've actually got contractors to rebuild the workshop, and what I'll be able to do, electricians and whatnot, and plumbers and everything, what I'll be able to do is I'll be able to, part of their schedule of works will be putting some infrastructure in. So I'm hoping, it's probably not going to happen quite this well, but I'm kind of hoping that it's all set up, plugs and extraction, ready for me to just wheel the machines in, put them on, and then sort out my tools and then carry on working, rather than me kind of starting from the ground up, setting up the shop again. One of the main reasons I kind of haven't shared this with anyone, it's very personal to me, this fire, and obviously I'm devastated, but also, unfortunately, in the fire was lots of pieces of furniture. It was probably the busiest it's ever been at MWD. Really big tables. I had a wedding venue. I've basically been working flat out since the fire. It took me about 3 weeks to get into here. This is actually a garage on my site, and I've eventually got a temporary free phase to the other place, which I'll show you. So that I can use the big machines in a way. It's not nice to work in there, it's really smelly, it needs re-gutting, there's no lighting. So I've kind of been cutting over there and then bringing the stuff over here to do the glue ups, joinery, clamping, whatever it is, and the final designs and assemblies in this little 3-bay garage, which is lucky I had. But I worked really, really hard. Not a single client has been let down. Nobody didn't get what they paid for or what they were expecting. I even had a commission for a cookie table you may have seen. That actually wasn't my piece of wood. That had come back for, there was a split appeared. That had come back. That was actually part of the fire as well, unfortunately. So I've had to redo the resin on that, do a lot of work to get that back to the client. And that was like a family heirloom, this lovely big cookie slab. So I was really worried about that as well. But I have managed to deliver everything. There will be videos coming over the next coming weeks and months. Some of the videos are going to seem a bit out of sync because I did start some of these tables before the fire. Some of them were lost in the fire. I didn't have time to video the remakes or the facilities, the lighting or anything to do any kind of job. So you may end up seeing like a table being built and then right at the end it's lost to the fire, and I'm going to remake a new one, and you'll see the new one, the replacement, in the client's house or dining room, whatever it may be, or office. I was fortunate that the wood store didn't get burnt down, and nearly everything that was lost, client's furniture that is, that was lost, I had slabs above and below from the same tree, so often it turned out actually better, but it's been a killer. And in the middle of all of that, I am going to thank on another video the suppliers that have stood up and helped me. It's been amazing. I want to do another video about that, just so there's not too much in this video. But in the middle of all of that, there was a worldwide shortage on resin. You know that I use Easy Composite, and they're an amazing support to me. Been really helpful over the years as we've experimented with these resins and stuff. And there was a worldwide resin shortage, and I actually ended up buying every single 1 litre resin that there was in the UK, Glass Cast 50, just to complete a table. I'll show you a picture here, and there will be a video coming. Anyway, so I just wanted to kind of bring you up to date. I know I disappeared. I didn't really know how to explain it to everybody until we've got to the point where kind of the insurance is sorted, the contractors are out there putting things back. It was really dark and bleak here. We're kind of turning the corner, although I'm not in a great place to take on large commissions. And that is unfortunately where it was going. The really big tables, massive stuff going to hotels. And I just don't have the infrastructure at the moment. So I am working on different ways to do that, but I'm hoping to be back in the old workshop in a temporary form in the next 6 to 8 weeks, fingers crossed. Patrons have really been cool to me. They've not all dumped me. I've been uploading some more diary stuff for the Patreons, so they know a little bit more than you guys. They've been so helpful, so I can't thank them enough. I don't want to feel any pressure to make videos at the moment, but I will be making videos, and we will get back online, back to normal. Again, on another lighter note, there's going to be some great stuff. So I've chucked out that workshop. I've bought some new tools, ones that were melted disasters. So I've got loads of exciting stuff coming up, maybe in the next 6 months. Tools that I've bought, little CNCs, all kinds of stuff that's had to be brought in since the fire. So loads more coming on the channel. Thanks so much for all your support. I do really appreciate it, and I'll speak to you all very, very soon. Cheers.